So in this video, we're going to talk about the basics with JP, and the character is really complex. So I'm just going to start with the basics and start there. I think the best way to learn this character is to kind of stack your knowledge over time. So what we're going to do is give you a video here that goes over all of the basics that you'll need to compete and do well online right now, and you can just build on all of these things as you learn the character and the game a bit better. So first thing we're going to do is talk about his pokes. His crouching light punch is the best punisher. It's 4 frames, and you can also cancel it into your specials, right? So the down forward punch, the light punch in particular, is going to be the fastest one. You can also do the same with your standing light punch, but it is a little bit slower. Now on block, this move here, the light punch, that move actually is, let's actually put him to block, -10, right? From a distance, it's pretty hard for a lot of characters to punish it, but not every character. Some characters can punish it pretty easily. Now the medium punch is a little bit less disadvantage, and then the heavy punch is actually +4. But notice that the startups are longer on them, right? So we have longer startups, and that's the detriment that you pay. It's harder to link those into combo. He also has his projectiles. Now the cool thing about these projectiles, right? So this is rotating forward, quarter circle forward, and light kick. And then we have medium kick, which is an overhead, and then heavy kick, which is a low, right? So he's going to have to guess, react, or parry, right? You can parry that. Now, the problem with using parry in that situation is that he also has a command grab that if he goes to parry, this grab is going to hit, and that's quarter circle back and kick, right? It looks very similar. It's kind of hard to react to, especially up close. I actually find that up close, I get people with that quite a bit. Now, one of the cool things about his projectiles, so let's say you land that, and or I should say you throw that out and it's blocked at full screen. This move here, down, down, heavy punch, is a frame trap. So the person that you're playing against can't move, right? If they do move, they're going to get hit by this. All right, so this is like his range game and how it works. Now, one of the things that makes this move here kind of, we'll say, suspect, if you will, makes it disadvantaged to JP, is that characters like Cammy, characters with quick advancing special moves like Honda, he flies across the screen with his headbutt, they can actually go through that projectile and attack you and hit you in your recovery. So you have to be able to understand that when you're zoning. So when I throw this out, the swipe, notice that the enemy swipes, right? So only in that vicinity is the attack going to hit. And it's not something that you put in or input the distance. It just goes to where your opponent is on the screen at the time that you input it. So you have to make sure that you understand what the other characters can do. Like certain characters you'll be able to really pound with this, and other characters you gotta be very leery of it. And he does have tools to combat that and jump-ins, and we'll get to that. And this is like the cornerstone of his game plan. So if you hold the button, right? So instead of just tapping, if I hold the button, it's actually a feint. He recovers very quickly. So you can bait people into jumping in, and you can bait people into doing all of those unsafe special moves that push them so far forward on the screen, and then you're able to punish them. So this is like a huge part of his game plan. Now for jump-ins, his crouching heavy punch is a really good anti-air. So I do have him set up to jump in, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cancel my down heavy punch anti-air into the grab. And that's going to force him to either jump or use some type of invincible move, whether it's a super or a dragon punch or something, which I don't think he's at range to even hit you with that. But it forces him to do something, right? There's other options off of that too. So if I do have him jump in, I can just use my projectiles as well. So I can just do something like that, right? And it hits him as soon as he lands. And if he's shown me that he's a character that can punish this, you can also do the feint and block, right? So this gives you options, and when he sees that, like, he's gonna react, right? When he sees that feint, he's gonna react for sure, and you're gonna recover in time to block it. And that's what makes this character really cool. Like he's got his weaknesses, but if you're really smart, you're able to utilize a lot of his strengths and a lot of the ways that he can deceive the opponent to your advantage. So another move that he has is this right here. So it's like a riff in time. I don't even know what this thing is. I don't even know what to call it, to be honest with you. But it does come out in a certain length of time. If you get hit, it does go away. So on hit, it goes away. On block, it stays. So a lot of times when I'm zoning, so if I'm zoning somebody, right, I'll throw this medium out, and it'll actually go like to either side, wherever the opponent is. So if I throw this out and he decides to kind of dash up, instead of see how it goes to the right, it'll actually go to the left. So the medium one is really good when you're at full screen because it covers all your bases and it kind of locks the person down. There's other options that you have with this. You can do this right here with heavy punch, so down back heavy punch, and you'll actually let it go, you'll let it rip. And if you do down back and medium or light punch, you actually teleport through it. And it is a way that you can punish, you know, from full screen. Really cool, I really like that. His critical arts are here, right? Projectile. He has this, which goes like lows and overheads, and it's pretty crazy. You can combo into it. I definitely suggest you do the combo trials to land some of the combos with JP that utilize that. And it's not easy. It's very difficult. It's something that I'm working on right now. It's day one, right? So we're going over the basics. And he also has this level 3, which you can punish any type of projectile or whiff or anything from anywhere on the screen, even from full screen, and he just teleports right in and he grabs them, right? It's crazy. So any type of recovery that this person would be in, they're going to get punished. And you can utilize that with your combos. And a lot of the cool things about JP, if you look at his throws, they send the opponent far, right? So back throw, forward throw, right? We're sending the opponent far away, and we're going to be in an advantageous position for this character archetype. So a few things that we're going to cover in another video. The parry, which is down, down, kick, right? I don't really know exactly the best way to utilize this yet. I know it starts up almost instantly. It looks like it's like 2 frames of startup. And I think that I need to investigate it more. Also, these portals and stuff, I think I need to investigate this more before I add this to the tutorial. It's not that I haven't been using them, I just don't know the best way to teach them yet. So we're not going to touch on these in great detail, but they are in the game. And you can set these up like in multiple spots like this. And you can set them in too far, too close, you know, like you can do all kinds of crazy stuff with it. Stuff that I'm not ready to teach yet, but we will later on the channel. So the next thing we're going to talk about are combos. And he has 2 really good target combos. His back medium punch twice is really good, and his heavy kick, heavy punch is very good. Oftentimes, I'll use the heavy kick, heavy punch when I jump in on someone. So if someone's throwing a projectile and I react, heavy kick, and then go right into that big target combo. And you can cancel into your quarter circle forward punch, both the weak and the medium. Right, so both of those you're able to cancel into. The heavy will miss, so you're not going to be able to do the heavy. But you can link the heavy in combo if you use heavy punch off of drive rush. So we'll take a look at what that looks like right here. Right, so we're able to get a pretty big damaging combo there for 3 bars, and it sets us up at full screen. And at the end of that combo, the way that I juggled, I just immediately sent out my quarter circle forward light kick, and then my down, down heavy punch, right? So you're just juggling them in the air from a distance. And now it's rinse and repeat, right? The person has to try to get back in, and you're going to try to keep them out. You can do the same thing off of his back mediums, right? And send them full screen. Now, what's really cool about this character, and these combos, it might look difficult, they're not. They're very simple combos to land. You can actually cancel into your level 3 and land this from full screen. Just like that. And once that lands, check out this damage, man. It's crazy. Boom, we're talking more than 50% there. Wild. So another button that I really like is a stand heavy, and you're able to cancel this button as well. which is great. You can also drive rush it, and then it's just rinse and repeat, right? Full screen. So a couple other things that I didn't go over yet that I want to cover in this video are his jump-ins, and his weak kick is his cross-up. So weak kick crosses up. His medium kick is nice and like long horizontally. Good for air-to-airs, or if you're like wind up like jumping back and somebody jumps at you, you can hit them out of the air or hit their limb. I really like that jump in. His jump heavy kick is what I typically use when I'm jumping in to punish fireballs and things like that. Now, his jump medium punch, look at the distance on this thing. Like, what is that? Why is it so distancy? Like, what? Now, you can actually land this and go medium kick into that, right? So if you do hit this from a distance, somebody tries to trip guard you or like whiff punish your jump in, like you're gonna clip them, right? It's very deceptive. So for right now, that's where I'm gonna leave this video, this like short, basic, like to the point guide and how to, you know, hit the ground running with JP. If you want to see him in action, make sure you check out other videos on my channel. I'll link to this video right here, which you're gonna see me go through and talk about some of the things that I'm doing on day one with the character and implementing all of these things in match in real time as I discuss it. If you like this video, be sure to click that subscribe button. Don't forget to click the bell so you get updated whenever I post new content. And I want to thank you guys for checking in. It's Gleez signing out, and continue to game strong.